Imagine a land where Europe and Asia meet, a place of mountains, seas, and stories as old as time. This is Georgia, nestled in the Caucasus, a living bridge between continents. The Black Sea hugs its west, while the mighty Caucasus Mountains guard the north. Here, lush valleys roll into snow-capped peaks, and every landscape feels like a masterpiece. Georgia's geography has shaped its destiny, making it both sanctuary and prize for centuries. It's one of the world's oldest Christian countries, where faith and tradition are woven into daily life. Ancient chapels cling to cliffs, grand cathedrals crown city skylines, and the spirit of resilience runs deep. Georgia is a blend of ancient soul and modern energy, captivating, welcoming, and utterly unique. Join me as we journey through its cities, villages, and wild places, uncovering the magic that lingers in every corner. This is more than a trip. It's an exploration of a land where worlds have always met. Prepare to be enchanted. Georgia leaves a mark on every traveler's heart. Georgia's story is an epic, shaped by empires and centuries of change. Romans, Persians, Mongols, and Ottomans all left their mark, layering history into every stone and street. You see it in the architecture, taste it in the food, and hear it in the language. Georgia was a vital artery of the Silk Road, where caravans brought goods, ideas, and beliefs. This constant exchange forged a resilient, adaptable society, open to new influences yet fiercely protective of its identity. Explore cave cities like Uplisike, carved into rock and echoing with ancient life. These places reveal a civilization both sophisticated and enduring, capable of building entire cities from the earth itself. Georgians became masters of survival and hospitality, welcoming strangers who brought news and trade. Today, every monument and story is a living piece of Georgia's complex puzzle. This is a nation shaped by giants, yet always standing tall on its own. Georgia's unconquerable spirit endures in the heart of the Caucasus. The mountains of Georgia are its soul, jagged peaks, deep gorges, and glaciers that take your breath away. For adventurers, this is paradise. Clean air, wild silence, and trails that wind through emerald valleys and ancient villages. Trek from Mestia to Ushguli and Svaneti, passing medieval towers and sleeping in family guest houses where you're treated like kin. Or stroll to Gergeti Trinity Church, perched above the clouds with Mount Kazbek as your backdrop. Explore Borjomi Karagali National Park's lush forests, where nature remains pure and unspoiled. In these high villages, people live in harmony with the land, their traditions shaped by the mountains. Life here is tough, but deeply connected to nature and heritage. To hike in Georgia is to rediscover something wild and true. It's a rare peace and perspective only such majestic places can offer. Tbilisi, Georgia's capital, is a city of contrasts, old and new, tradition and innovation. Winding cobblestone streets and wooden balconies meet sleek modern architecture, all nestled in a river valley. The old town is magical. Mosques, synagogues, and churches stand side by side, reflecting centuries of tolerance. Colorful houses lean over narrow lanes, and the famous sulfur baths offer a centuries-old way to unwind. Above it all, Narikala Fortress watches over the city. Ride the cable car for breathtaking views at sunset. Tbilisi's creative spirit is alive in its artists, musicians, and poets, and its energy is infectious. But it's the people who make the city unforgettable, warm, generous, and always ready to share a story or a glass of wine. Cafes, markets, and restaurants buzz with life and hospitality. Tbilisi isn't just a city. It's a living, breathing community with a huge heart. Here, you're welcomed as a friend, no matter how far you've come. It's a place that feels like home from the moment you arrive. To step back in time, journey to Svaneti, a remote region guarded by the highest Caucasus peaks. Here, medieval stone towers rise from green valleys, testaments to the fierce independence of the Svan people. Ushguli, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is one of Europe's highest inhabited villages, where life moves to an ancient rhythm. The air is pure, the landscape timeless, and tradition is everything. Svans are proud, resilient, and deeply hospitable, welcoming those who brave the journey. Their haunting polyphonic singing echoes from the mountains, a sound passed down through generations. Winters are harsh, but isolation has preserved their unique culture and customs. Visiting Svaneti is a true cultural immersion, a glimpse into a world where time stands still. Here, ancient bonds between people, land, and tradition remain unbroken. It's a reminder that some places still hold magic untouched by the modern world. Svaneti is Georgia's living legend. Georgian cuisine is a celebration, bold, flavorful, and rooted in centuries of tradition. A supra, or feast, is more than a meal. It's a joyful gathering of friends, family, and stories. Tables overflow with fresh herbs, tangy cheeses, walnut pastes, and vibrant vegetable dishes. Khachapuri, the iconic cheese-filled bread, steals the show, especially the Algerian version, shaped like a boat and topped with egg and butter. Georgia is the cradle of wine, with an 8,000-year-old tradition of fermenting grapes in clay kfivri buried underground. Each supra is led by a tamada, or toastmaster, who raises heartfelt toasts to peace, family, and guests. The freshness of the ingredients, sun-ripened tomatoes, crisp cucumbers, aromatic herbs, makes every bite memorable. Much of the produce comes from family gardens, grown with care and pride. Sharing a meal here is about connection, laughter, and genuine hospitality. It's an experience that warms your heart as much as it fills your belly. In Georgia, food is the ultimate expression of welcome. Every feast is a memory in the making. The soul of Georgia shines brightest in its music and dance. Georgian polyphonic singing, complex, powerful, and moving, is recognized by UNESCO as a cultural treasure. Harmonies weave ancient stories of joy, sorrow, and resilience, sending shivers down your spine. Dance here is storytelling in motion. Men leap and spin with athletic fire, women glide with serene grace. Each performance, whether on stage or at a family gathering, is a celebration of heritage and community. Music and dance aren't reserved for special occasions, they're part of daily life. At any gathering, voices rise in song, and someone strums a panduri as friends clap and dance. These moments of shared art create deep, heartfelt connections. Even as a visitor, you're welcomed into the circle, no translation needed. The true treasures of Georgia are these spontaneous, joyful expressions of togetherness. They linger long after you leave, echoing in your memory. In Georgia, every song and dance is an invitation to belong. A journey to Georgia lingers in your heart long after you return. It's the landscapes, the history, and above all, the warmth of its people that make it unforgettable. Here you experience contrasts, modern cities and timeless villages, European and Asian influences, all uniquely Georgian. Every day brings a new discovery, a hidden church, a stunning view, a story shared over wine. The connections you make are genuine. Grandmothers offering homemade cheese, guides sharing their pride, winemakers pouring tradition into every glass. Georgians make you feel truly cared for, not just welcomed. In a world growing more alike, Georgia remains fiercely itself, authentic, proud, and full of heart. It's a place that inspires, challenges, and fills you with wonder. A trip here is more than a holiday. It's nourishment for the soul. Georgia changes you and stays with you forever. So, if you crave a journey that stirs your soul, put Georgia at the top of your list. This hidden gem is still waiting to be discovered. Now is the time to experience its magic. Picture yourself hiking the Caucasus, wandering Tbilisi's ancient streets, tasting khachapuri and hearing polyphonic songs in the air. Imagine sharing wine and stories with locals, feeling the warmth of true hospitality. Georgia offers more than photos and souvenirs. It gives you stories, friendships, and a new perspective on life. Here, you rediscover the beauty of tradition, the joy of connection, and the kindness still alive in the world. All Georgia asks is an open mind and a curious spirit. Go, explore its cities, mountains, and villages. Feast at a supra, listen to its music, and meet its extraordinary people. Discover the magic for yourself. You'll return changed with a heart full of memories. Your Georgian adventure is waiting. Don't keep it waiting any longer.